Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I was just finishing up some collision gate code. Thanks for stopping by the studio. Today we're going to talk about why I purchased this dilapidated old metal trash can. It was always kind of a meme of a computer, but honestly, it always kind of had a soft spot in my heart. First of all, I mean, look at it. It's adorable. It is a Mac Pro that you can actually realistically take with you, and it's pretty awesome. So this model I got here, I bought used. It was $780 shipped to my house, and it came pre-upgraded with the 64 gigs of RAM. It has an 8-core 3 gigahertz processor, so that's 8 cores, 16 threads, which is awesome for building and VMs. And we've got dual D500. A lot of people have beef with these machines for various reasons, and I'm just going to look past that and enjoy it for a good used workstation Mac that did not break the bank. So why did I purchase this over an M1 Mac or an i7 Mac Mini? Well, first of all, the i7 Mac Mini, I had an i3 Mac Mini. I did an unboxing and a little mini review on it. It was a good machine. The eGPU support is nice, but unfortunately, in the latest versions of Mac OS, eGPU support has actually gotten really kind of bad. In fact, I think it's gotten worse. It's always kind of been a little flaky, and once in a while you get a crash, but now it's like multiple times a day I'm getting crashes. And okay, it might be up to my 2018 MacBook Pro, who's admittedly not in the best of health, but it also just kind of says a lot about the software, and Apple doesn't care about eGPUs anymore. They have their own ecosystem, their own graphics cards, their own silicon now. They don't care. So I wanted to get something compact, and I needed to have some kind of graphics acceleration besides built-in UHD graphics because game development. I set a budget for $1,000, and I looked at i7 Mac Minis, and barring the eGPU issues, i7 Mac Minis are still over $1,000 for the Space Gray model. I can upgrade the RAM myself too, but I cannot upgrade the solid-state storage by myself, which sucks. So then I also looked at M1 Macs, and those, again, for ones with more than 8 gigs of RAM, you're looking at over $1,000 again. And I just didn't want to break my budget, and I was hoping I could do a little better than my budget, in fact. Again, with the M1 Mac 2, I can't upgrade the RAM, I can't upgrade the storage, so in order to get a spec that I would be comfortable with, I would have been looking at well over $1,000. Took a stroll on eBay after deciding that I've had enough trying to force this thing to be a desktop, because it is a pretty damn good laptop, but it is not a damn good desktop. So I bought this, and a week later it has shown up, and it is now on my desk, and it is going to be my workhorse. Over and over again, the Mac Pro kept coming up as a good option, even not upgraded. I was looking at getting like a basic 4-core, 16 gigs of RAM, and doing all the upgrades myself. And I was lucky enough to stumble across this unit, which was already upgraded, as I stated, with 64 gigs of RAM. It has the D500s instead of the D300s, and we're also dealing with the 3 gigahertz 8-core processor, which is kind of smack dab in the middle, I could have stepped up to a 12-core, but I would have been sacrificing some single-threaded speed. And I figured I wanted the cores, but I also didn't want to sacrifice all the single-threaded speed, so I went for the 8-core. And this popped up for the right price. I made an offer, the seller on eBay accepted it, and now it's here, and it is pretty awesome. Now I want to talk about the things that I like about this machine. Obviously, form factor is excellent. It's still fast for what I'm doing. I'm not doing 8K, 4K Red Raw, 1000 Logic Pro tracks. I need to have a lot of Chrome tabs open. I need to have a lot of programs open. I need to be able to switch between them. And most of all, I need to have better thermals than this thing. And also, I needed something that could sit on my desk or be relatively easily mounted to the underside of the desk. I have this sit-stand desk which motorizes, and what's nice about this is that the Mac Pro can go up and down with the desk. It can travel with the desk. It's pretty light. I mean, it's hefty for what it is, but it's light, and it just doesn't throw off the balance of the desk or anything. It can just sit here and kind of look nice on my desk, and I can look at it and talk through code problems with it, and it just doesn't take up a lot of room. Compare that to the 2018 MacBook Pro, which has been pulling double duty as a desktop while I need to do iOS development, and man, this thing has been falling flat on its face. time and time again. It'll work okay for about 30 minutes driving even just the one monitor. Just the one monitor. It'll work fine for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then it's not the normal MacBook Pro throttling. It's like beyond MacBook Pro throttling. So I said, I'm done with this. I just need to have a lot of stuff open all the time. And with 64 gigs of RAM for $780, it's hard to beat that. It's still fast. It still runs the latest version of macOS. And not to mention the fact that this will boot camp, and I can run Linux on it if I need to. So there's lots of options to keep this thing going after Apple decides, okay, no more macOS. So that's something else that I was looking at. Additionally, if the internal drive fails, I can boot it off an external SSD. You can't do that with an M1 Mac. At least not right now. So there's lots of reasons why I went with this trash can over a Mac Mini, used or new, or even the Mac Studio. You know, obviously, budget's an important consideration. Being able to open it up and do some things to it was also a consideration. Not having to buy the exact specs that I need up front, not having to know exactly what I need up front. The ability to say, okay, if I bought this with 16 gigs of RAM, I can open it up and upgrade it myself. If I need to pop in a 1 terabyte SSD in here, I can do that myself. Can't do that with an M1. Can't do that with, well, you can kind of do that with an i7 Mac Mini, but it's a bit of a ranty video, a bit of a rambly video, but I wanted to talk about my new developer workstation. This is not just a computer, this is a workstation. I've set this place up now so I can come here and do work comfortably and just focus on coding, focus on video editing, focus on Photoshop, whatever, virtual machines, whatever it is I need to do on this. I know that I can come to this and just work on it and not have to worry about fighting it thermally.
Hey, put those pitchforks away. I know this computer is technically very thermally limited too, but look at the MacBook I'm holding and tell me that this is not miles ahead.
Thanks for joining me. If you guys missed my community post, I am lead Unity developer of Collision Gate, the digital version of it anyway. The physical card game is releasing soon. The company is based out of Orlando, which is very close to home to me, so I'm happy to support a local small business there and help them start up and get them off their feet. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm really looking forward to providing them an amazing product with this tool. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you still use a Trash Can Mac Pro for anything, development, if you just use it as a web browser, I don't really care. But if you use it for development, if you use it for work at all, please let me know down below. What are some things I need to look out for? What are some things I need to do right away to this thing to keep it going for a long time? Thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, I'll see ya.